Why would a mother who had fought for custody for 2 years suddenly give up everything and then quietly beg her ex-husband not to question their daughter? The strangest part of my custody battle wasn't when my ex-wife accused me of being an unfit father. It was when she suddenly withdrew every accusation and told the court she didn't want custody anymore. Why would a mother who had spent 2 years fighting for her daughter suddenly walk away from her? I had always been the organized parent, the one who packed my daughter's lunch the night before, kept emergency snacks in the car, and still used the silly nickname Bug that she'd had since kindergarten. My daughter Lily hated when I called her that around friends, but every night before bed she'd still whisper, "Good night, Dad." During the custody battle, my ex Megan claimed Lily was scared of me. I was devastated because Lily had never acted afraid around me. Then one afternoon, after a court hearing, Megan stopped me outside and said quietly, "Don't ask Lily about this, please." I thought she was manipulating me until Lily started refusing to enter one specific room at Megan's house. Whenever I asked why, she'd say, "Mom says it's not safe." That was the first clue. The second was a bruise on Lily's wrist that Megan blamed on a playground accident. The third was a text message I received from an unknown number saying, "You're looking at the wrong parent." I showed it to my attorney, but before we could investigate, Megan surrendered temporary custody to me. She wouldn't explain why. Weeks later, Lily finally broke down while we were making pancakes, the Saturday routine we'd had since she was 6. She whispered, "Dad, Mom wasn't scared of you." I stopped flipping the pancake. Then who was she scared of? Lily looked toward the window and said, "Grandpa." My stomach dropped. Megan's father had always been charming, generous, and deeply involved in their lives. He'd even paid some of Megan's legal bills during our divorce. I contacted Megan, and she finally admitted her father had been controlling her for years. He'd convinced her that if she didn't accuse me, he'd make sure she lost Lily completely. The custody battle had never really been about me. It had been about using Lily as leverage against Megan. Then came the deeper reveal. The anonymous messages hadn't come from Megan or a stranger. They came from Megan's sister, who had secretly been documenting their father's behavior for months and was terrified that reporting him without enough evidence would make things worse. The evidence eventually forced an investigation, and Megan's father was removed from Lily's life. But the emotional climax came months later when Megan asked me if I'd help her rebuild her relationship with our daughter. I told her, "I'm not interested in winning anymore. I just want Lily to stop feeling like she has to choose." Megan cried. So did I. We eventually created a shared parenting schedule without lawyers, and for the first time in years, Lily didn't have to carry adult secrets between 2 houses. One Saturday morning, she burned the pancakes because she was laughing too hard at one of my terrible jokes. She looked at me and said, "Dad, remember when you used to make these alone?" I smiled and said, "Yeah." She slid the burnt pancake onto my plate. "Then we're even now." I laughed. But afterward, I stood in the kitchen for a long time thinking about that old nickname. For years, I'd called her Bug because she was small and stubborn and impossible to scare away. In the end, she was the one who taught both of us how to stop being afraid. Would you have helped your ex rebuild her relationship with your child after discovering why she had lied about you? Yes or no?